Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. A couple weeks ago we designed a set of new thank you cards to send together with our orders, and they just arrived back from the printer. That's when we thought it would be nice to have a box to store them in and keep them looking nice and sharp. So today we'll show you how we created that box with our XTool S1. Stick around till the end to see how good it turned out. So we start off this project on this website called MakerCase. MakerCase is a website where you can generate box designs for laser cutters and CNC routers and outputs SVG and DXF files, ready for cutting. We'll put the link in the description if you want to try it for yourself. It's free. The only thing you need to generate a box are some basic dimensions. First, we switch the unit to centimeters, and then we need to input a width, height, and depth. Our cards are roughly 14.5 centimeters wide, so that's 145 millimeters. And let's add 5 millimeters extra to make sure it's not too tight. The height of the box is a little bit more flexible. We want the cards to be easy to take out, so it shouldn't be too high, but we also don't want them to fall out. 6 centimeters should be fine, so let's input 60 millimeters. And last, we have the depth. We have 5 different designs that we each had printed 100 times, so 500 cards in total. We can just stack them all on top of each other and measure the height. And we're also going to create some dividers out of 3 millimeters thick wood to keep the different designs separated. So we should account for their thickness too. 23 centimeters or 230 millimeters seems like a good size. Then we'll need to choose between inside or outside dimensions. We've calculated all these dimensions for the inside of the box, so that's what we'll choose. Since 500 cards are quite heavy, we'll use 6 millimeters thick wood for the box itself, and of course, it will be an open box. For extra strength, we'll choose for fingers instead of flat for the joints. And then we set the size to the biggest size possible since we don't need that many fingers. And that's it. We now designed our box. Next, we need to download our plans to use them in the XTool software. When downloading, you still have some extra options, but the only thing we'll do here is turn off the labels since we don't want to accidentally cut them with the laser. Let's also quickly design an outline for our divider tabs. For that, we'll use Adobe Illustrator. We want these dividers to be quite similar in size to our cards, so let's use 14.5 centimeters for the width here too. For the height, we don't want them to be taller than the cards. 10 centimeters should be good. To easily switch between the different designs of cards, we're also going to add a little tab. We will have 4 tabs, so to know the width of each tab, we just divide 14.5 by 4. Then we offset this on each tab and then we can merge them into one shape. And just to make it a little bit more friendly looking, we'll round the corners a bit. And that's it, dividers are done. Now we're ready to import our outlines into XTool Creative Studio to start cutting them. In the studio, we select 6 mm pine wood as the material and then use the cut setting. That way, we use the predefined settings that XTool recommends. And if it doesn't cut it all the way through, we can always add an extra pass. After we've cut all the different parts, we take them outside to give them a light sanding with an orbital sander with 240 grit to make sure it's nice and smooth. This also removes any burn marks. And we finish it off by hitting the sides with a sanding sponge to make sure there aren't any sharp edges that might scratch the cards. Assembly time! Let's lay out the pieces in the correct orientation. We'll use regular wood glue and a combination of corner clamps and regular clamps to make sure we have equal pressure while gluing it together. After 1 or 2 hours we can remove the clamps, although it will still take 24 hours for the glue to fully dry. When removing the clamps, we'll also clean up any little glue squeeze outs. We have one little spot where there was a little knot in the wood, so we'll give it just another light sanding on the top edges. And we'll also pass once more with the sanding sponge along all the edges to remove any possible splinters. Although we didn't film us doing it, we've also still added some rubber feet to the bottom. That way it's easier to lift up and prevent it from scratching any surfaces. And that's it! Our custom thank you cards box is done and ready to use. Let us know in the comments if you're thinking of making one yourself. Thank you!